Hi everybody, thank you for joining me again for our next adventure of the Sasquatch. Okay, what's up today? I'm walking in the woods again. I chose, with all the research I do, listen to all these people and the things they say, and they say a lot of things. You know, a lot of things. We're gonna talk about that. A lot of things they say. I'm trampling over, as activists would say. I'm trampling over sacred Indian burial grounds, but it's in the name of science. So I don't really, I think there's an exception there. There's no tombstones here. I don't know if you've ever been on Indian burial grounds. They don't have tombstones. It just looks like the woods, nothing any different than anything, As you can see, woods. Nothing spectacular. No spooks flying through the air. You would expect there'd be spooks. I don't see any spooks. Unless, I review this film and suddenly in the background there's this strange thing that usually happens in Bigfoot videos, and there's a spook or a stinky bastard hanging out back there looking at me, not knowing that I'm trying to look for him, but he's looking at me and I'm really looking for him. And then he gets up and moves away. I shake the camera so nobody can really see well that stinky bastard is taken off, because that's how it works. I mean, I would probably not shake the camera because I know that there's no really good video of Bigfoot, but it kind of seems like that's what you're supposed to do when you see the Bigfoot. You're supposed to shake the camera. I don't know what that does. I don't know if it's supposed to attract them or something. So, I think, wow, there goes an owl. I can't show it to you because I'm not that crafty. But that means there's probably, Indian spirits flying around my head, because an owl just flew over my head. I got to look it up online. It was probably the Indian spirit is sitting football, or smoke a pipe with your dog bowl or something like that. Well, apparently, somebody over here has got what appears to be... That appears to be a Bigfoot feeding trap. It seems like somebody else has got the same idea as me. They set up a can that's got wheat and hay in it, probably, because Bigfoots probably eat, wheat and hay as their first choice, leaves and stuff, and they probably go for meat if they can't find anything. See, I'm just like an encyclopedia of all kinds of knowledge and stuff about Bigfoot's dietary habits and all that kind of stuff. And this is just by quick searches on the internet, figuring all this stuff out. I mean, before I was doing this, I was a food critic. Let's look at the landscape here. Look, we got a Bigfoot stand. Somebody's got the same idea as me. There's a lot of water. This is when you can come across a Bigfoot by surprise. He's bending over and lapping up the water, lapping it up. And then you could catch him, and he can look up at you and then stand up and run, and then you can get a good photo of him. But you got to shake the camera when that happens. Otherwise, it's not the way it's supposed to be done. Yeah, so, walking through the woods, it's hard to do because, I'm not really prepared with the right foot gear. Those are not, they don't really talk about those in the Bigfoot videos, like the gear you're supposed to wear. It's always some guy, wearing some kind of Carhartt or something like that. Like he just got done building a house and he's like, I'm going to make a Bigfoot video after this. I got nothing else to do other than go home. So over here, I'm coming upon a rock formation. I don't know how, you know, they said, you know, Bigfoots sometimes like to push rocks into formations. And they do that sometimes, you know. So I don't know what this means. This is probably like formation here, like these rocks. They don't look natural to me. You know, they look like as if though some species, an organism. Look at that. The rocks. Look at that. Look at that. They covered it with moss. It seems like some kind of Bigfoot, you know, like rice paddy farm thing. Anyway, you know, I got the car not too far away. You know, I left it running, but I got the keys in my pocket. Because you got to be smart, you know, you can't be stupid. You come in here in the woods all by yourself. There's nobody. You know, you could come across a freak like, you know, like a dog man. They say there's things like dog mans. But you want to know something? I see a lot of videos of these things. You know, the dog man, the Bigfoot. You could go, you go look at it yourself. And you know what I notice? There's always a moment that you could kind of see for a second. It's real clear. Often the time it's looking back at you. And it's like a phenomenon with all these things. They never have a crack in their ass. There's no crack. And, you know, you would think to yourself, I mean, how does this thing, you know, have no crack in the ass? And then you start to think to yourself, this is an interesting thing. I'm looking at this water hole here, and it appears, I can't get it on the film, it appears that there's a giant footprint in there. Probably, maybe it's my imagination or the reflection of the trees or the leaves or something, but it looks like a giant footprint. I think we're onto something over here. Giving you a lay of the land, you see a lot of water. A lot of water. Water's a good thing, but you know, there's this phenomenon that when you look at all these videos, people seem to disappear always within 200 miles ranges of water. I don't know why 200 mile away. It seems a little odd to me, but that's, wow, you heard that? See, I didn't make that up. My mouth wasn't moving. You see, it's dangerous back here. It's really dangerous. But I'm over here because I got to prove a point. I don't know what that point is. Now we're at a river here, a little stream, a creek. That's what it is, a creek. You know, it's been a long time since I looked through the thesaurus or the encyclopedia. What is that thing? The map, the maps. I don't remember the names of everything. So, I see over here some primitive carvings. Over here we can see some primitive carvings. It doesn't look like the hand of man did something like that. I don't think so. You're very fortunate to have somebody like me on this job because I can figure out, I see all these clues, like blues clues. I watched a lot of blues clues with my kids. It taught me a lot of things. I apply all those methodologies while I'm in the woods. As you can see here, there's a crate. Now, I'm like in the middle of nowhere, and there is absolutely no reason at all for that crate to be there. No siree. My best guess, you know, I'm putting all my ideas together, is that one of these creatures made their way out of this forest, miles they walked, and they're barefoot. They made it out of these woods to an area where people had milk in crates. And they probably, because they're idiots, they probably dumped the milk out, took the crate, because, you know, because that's what they would do. Because They don't have a crack in the ass. What else are you expecting? Now, my buddy in Louisiana, he's very opposed to me coming out in the woods by myself. He told me it's something I should not do, and that I would be foolhardy to do such a thing. He says he could take me to a remote location and show me where Dogman is. I said, Dogman? I said, all right, we can do that. He says, you're not going to come back alive. I said, then why would you do it? He just went, I don't know what he means by that. Now I'm in the area where legend has it that multiple violations have occurred upon human beings by Bigfoot in this area here. This is not a joke. Multiple what do you call it? Infringements upon one's personal space. I don't know if you could see it over there. It's way back there. Way back there. There's a large black, I don't know what it is. A large black. Could be a guy from Newark, I don't know. I have no idea. I was reading this one, I wasn't reading it. There's the warning. That owl's telling me there's something going on. I don't speak owl, so I don't really understand what the hell it's saying, but it's telling me, it's going, yo, 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 yo. You can't see it because I don't know how to turn the camera around, but they're freaking out. I don't know, they probably know a smell ass is coming around. They see him all the time, a smell ass. Now I've been out here for so many hours, getting a little bored. Saw a couple owls, some type of thing in the back, big black thing. I couldn't make it out, and all of a sudden the owls started screeching a lot. I probably had an opportunity. I didn't capitalize on it. It probably saw me long before I even picked up on the movement. So I was thinking, maybe I was gonna do a multicultural Bigfoot hunt. I would round up, I would pick all kinds of people from different ethnic backgrounds. I pick up some people from different ethnic backgrounds and, get like a Puerto Rican, a Jew, an Irish guy, gotta have a black guy, French guy. I don't know if I'd go with the Middle Eastern guy. I know one guy, but I don't know if he would ever would coming through the woods because they don't like to get dirty, the Middle Eastern guys. They always have to wear a nice pair of shoes. Maybe I can get a guy from Africa. And I gotta get an Indian, like an American Indian, and I gotta get a Hindu Indian. Gotta have one of those. I think I'd throw in a few midgets. If we were ever getting chased by a Bigfoot, the midgets, they wouldn't be able to handle it. They'd get taken out right away. We'd be able to get away. So I'm always thinking. I would love to invite my buddy up from Louisiana We got to have someone representing the bayou. And of course, he is a foremost expert. And on the whole topic, so he could lead us through the murky seas of the unknown in the woods. And then I'd want to invite a special guest from Canada. But you know those Canadian guys, they kind of ruin everything. As soon as something gets a little scary, they always have to go back. And they won't do it. They just, I'm not doing this. This is scary. Canadians. I definitely have to get somebody from the islands, a few black guys from the islands to come out here. I'd tell them, I'd warn them ahead of time, you know, that there's water around and that they should come out in the woods wearing life preservers. You know, and then, you know, you think about it, and then you get the French guy and all he does is complain the whole freaking time. Oh, no, my foot is all wet with mud. I have mush in my shoe, you know. Here we are, a fork in the river. Which way do we go? Do we go this way or that way? I think that's kind of what life's all about. You're navigating down the stream, you come to a fork in the river. This river is emptying into the fork, and then that one is going on. So all you do is make a simple observation and make your move with the flow of the stream. Here's something interesting. Take notice here. Look at that. The top of the foot, the arch gets levy, and then the heel. All the way back up. The top of the foot, the big toe. You can see the big toe. Then you come to the arch of the foot, levy, the depth sunk in from the heel. You know, let's look at that. Next to my foot, much larger. The heel, and here's the top of that foot compared to my foot. It's all the way up here, and look at my foot over here. I'll put it inside. The heel's back there. Top foot's over there, and it's that wide. Now this finding of this foot, this is very important, because now we have, for the first time in this series, physical evidence that we have a Bigfoot foot. Now here's the question I have for all the Bigfoot hunters out there that may be viewing this video. And remember, I'm educated on the internet. My first thing is food. I'm a critic. I can tell you what's in every meal I eat. I can pick out the spices. So, you know, it's kind of a, you know, an anecdotal thing. But here's the one question I got. I look a lot of Bigfoot videos, as I said before. No crack in the ass. It makes no sense to me. No crack in the ass. What other doesn't make sense to me? They're 12 feet tall. 5 foot across the chest. Arms are 6, 7 feet long. No pee-pee. I mean, never once is there even a sketch of a stinky bastard standing there, full front, even video, and there's no John Thomas. No crack in the ass, no Mr. Harry Winston. So my buddy down in Louisiana, you know, he advised me that I should, you know, get a chicken. Of course, a chicken is real easy to come by where he lives. By me, it took a little, you know, I had to, you know, I had to steal it. So I got a little bait. We'll see what we can do with this. I'm gonna tie a string around its foot. I'm gonna set it there. I'm gonna put a camera on and we see what happens. I had to cut out the the chicken scene. The scene was, it was horrendous. I tied it up, and then, you know, if I posted it, you know, tied up, and then animal rights activists would be going nuts on me. It was a gory scene. I don't know what attacked it. The camera was knocked over. It was knocked over, just like you would expect in any Bigfoot video. The camera got messed up at the right critical time. The chicken is a mess. So, you know, for the sake of humanity, I just couldn't put it in there. I had to cut it out. That's just a footnote. Okay. I love everybody. Thanks for watching.